GM. Welcome to my live com. Oh my god, I haven't got it set as 5 anymore. Welcome to my live com of the GM time, of the trio GM time. You can kind of take whatever setup you want. I'm bringing it all because I can. If you need a Blood Fury, you take a Blood Fury. Take whatever the fuck you want. To be honest, the gear setup for trio doesn't matter. It just matters that you're consistent and don't die. Why you should believe me is these are my PBs. Feel free to pause if you want. And this is very much a real GM time help. Guide is a buddy of mine. He wanted help with 345 normal and hard mode. So we're going to be running through everything. So the reason to take 5 souls in with me, we're gonna death charge here before we enter the room. And that's so we can get a ZCB. If you don't take ZCB, don't worry about doing that. Just claw at 30% for the skip. So what we're gonna do here, T-Bow pre-hit, hit a hammer, perfect, and we're winning. We're on crush, so give me a second. And we're just going to be flicking the ZCB on so we don't drain. Don't need to worry too much about it if this is your first time. And try and stay sync with the other player. If you're, it just makes it so that mage can freeze easier. And yeah, we're just going to kill. Piece is seemingly wanting to stack, which is fine. If you get good damage, you can stack for sure. Unfortunately, I did not get the memo, so those crabs did go in reasonably high. If you get drained, just resip up. Make sure you're still synced with the other melee. And you know how we got the ZCB earlier? We're going to be using it for skip just a second. So he's going to be able to freeze all these. Just going to ZCB here. See, even with all the mistakes, we're absolutely fine. We're swimming. You can drop the souls now. Pick up yourself. Straight into bloat. So here, you don't need to worry about pre-firing around corners if you don't know how to. I'm going to because I can. If you want to stay out of the room, let someone else start, that's absolutely fine. Your specs here are going to be 1 chally, 4 scythe, 1 chally for the first down, and then you're going to claw and scythe the second down. Now because I can, I'm going to in early. So we're going to do 1 pre-fire. 2 pre-fire. And then, yeah, just to get some more damage, I'm going to go in here. Oops, don't let me do that. So we're on tick 28, which is chally, 4 scythe chally, ironically. So it's going to be the same as your specs here, chally, 4 scythe chally. And that's all our next gun. So for the second down, you're going to have enough for claws. So you're going to do claws into scythes. Make sure you keep venging. It's helpful for the little Nylos, for the aggros in Nylo room. I'm a little bit late in, which is bad for me. But yeah, you're just going to claw and scythe until dead. If you don't get the 2 down here, just reset, go again. It's absolutely fine. You have plenty of time. You've plenty of time to live and learn. Now, as a ranger, you're going to have pot share. That's why you have the water runes with us. If you are not willing to take spellbook swap, just take venge on its own. So right here, we're just going to buy 1 prayer pot, a few shark, stamina, and make sure we have that range pot with us. Pre-sip the divine before going in. You can set up your Nylo plugin if you'd like. Just make sure you got all the invent space. Keep venging people, as I say. That's kind of your job as range. And yeah, we're just going to pot share the range pot and the stamina. You can pre-book swap, just because we're going to spawn a thrall here. And then you don't need to worry too much about getting perfect waves. I will call out the important ones. They come waves 20 to 20 to like 30. Up until there, just do your best. Just click green. So we're going to spawn that rage thrall as I said before. Look out for the splits here. If you need any of the plugins, I will be making a plugin video very soon. The numbers on the thing of the wave they spawn, that's Nylo. Also the outlines is also Nylo. Why can I not move this properly? And then yeah, the radius markers is what shows me where things are going to split. So if your mage knows what they're doing, they're going to hit this west side, this east side. If they don't kill, that's just your job, just throwing out an extra chin there. So we're going to get one more sang here. We actually didn't have time for one more sang there. Mistake from me. But yeah, here we're just... Waves 15 to 20, because it's their pre-cap, you want to leave the bigs alive. So these bigs that are about to come in, we're actually going to leave these alive. Just make sure you kill smalls until wave 20 spawns. Just focusing smalls. When this range aggro comes in, we're going to wait until he attacks us, and then we're going to attack him back. So now. Perfect, and then we don't stall. Hit the 20 on the west. We get 2 blowpipes into a chin on the east side. And there's going to be a 22, the same as we hit the 20. We're going to do the same to 22. There you go. Then you have 1 blowpipe into a 23 south. I don't have a blowpipe, so I'm just going to go straight into the 23 south. Then you hit both these 23 wests. Pre-fire the 24 west. And that's most of your important waves done. You just want to clean up here. Just make sure waves are clean. (27) aggro, south. We get 3 blowpipes, so we have to hit the lanes. I was a little bit late, so I'm just going to hit things in the room. Then we have flickers on 29 west. And we have a big 30 west, which we can hit. And then chin the south one of the south side. Like the east one of the south side. I want to make sure that big dies. It's very important. They want to kill the normal rooms, not the splitters. The normal room 21s. Because they're going to change colour, like that one there. That was just some bad RNG. We did prioritise correct. And those are your waves. Don't worry about getting them perfect, just try and focus the bigs that you have to pre-fire that I called out. Here you've got a ZCB, so that's going to be your spec weapon. We can off-prey the first melee hit, or the first hit for revenge. Then we can get a T-bow, blowpipe, and then ZCB. Just like so. And make sure you remember to pot share the range pot at the end of waves. It doesn't matter too much if you forget, so long as you did it before. And right here we've copped an absolute god boss. We can off-prey. If I die, it doesn't really matter. It's just going to die here. Okay, your specs are 2-3. So you're going to do... Because you're 2-3, you can be a tick behind. You can ZCB entry and still be on the same tick as everyone else. So we're going to pre-book swap outside. If you want to avenge everyone, you can. Just for the extra damage at Sote. It's not needed really. We're on crazy good pace right now. So we're just going to do a ZCB entrance. Well, that was fun. Just chanced off the bat. And the reason we do the ZCB entrance is so we're on this tick to attack. Procking here. Remember to equip your hammer as Maze starts. we go. Remember to keep venging everyone. There's a ball. So we're choosing. We go first row to the second, wait a couple ticks, and then we're just gonna go. Make sure you remember to spec. You can heal the rest of your team with your HP if you're too low to take Venge. And just remember to keep venging people. I've mismanaged my venges a lot here. Just staying alive. Doesn't matter how slow Sote is really. As long as you're getting your specs off. Sometimes you get unlucky and miss them all. There we go. So done. So for Nylo, not for Nylo, for Nylo. For Xarpus, we're going to do 1 hammer, 1 BGS. One of the people on your team can be a backup. And so I think that's going to be my role here. Because that's the role I normally do when I'm with Peace. So I'm just going to share a stamina. Buy a fresh one. And kind of so long as you have 2 brews, you're fine. You shouldn't really be taking any hits P1. Going to go to the corner you just were at for the start of here. So the room time for this one, which is a top kill well plugin. It will start at around 106, 104, 106. If you started on tick 0, like you're meant to, the tick rate goes green. Then your timer will be around then. Just making sure we kind of stay as a triangle around the room. And that should be it. Spawn a thrall. Make sure you report your super combat. We're going to do 1 hammer. And then we're going to wait as a backup. See what they hit. And then you can back up if you need to. Defense tracker plugin is good for that. So it's the number on the right hand side, left hand side for me here. Then we're just going to 5-tick here. If you only know 4.3, that's absolutely fine. It won't be the difference. Just helps to know the 5, obviously. If you're worried about my my markers, that's for harder mode 2, CA. Oh, went a bit earlier. Just staying in a cycle. I'm going to tick fix here. If you don't know how to, don't worry. Perfect. And that is Xarpus. Now for Verzik, P1, we're going to do a thing called 112. I'll leave the chart in the description of this video. Whether you do it correctly or not doesn't really matter, so long as you do 1 spec, then 2 specs, so that everyone on the team is regenning. That's all that's really important. Beyond that, it doesn't really matter. So as range, you're going to be player 2. So you're going to do Scythe, 1 spec, drop. 2 more scythes. That's the start. Oh, I'm decent. I'm fine. That was a late drop. There's a late drop, so we're going to miss a scythe there. See, normally it'll be dropped to the boss there for you. As I say, this is we're helping someone get GM, so you can't expect perfect play. This piece is just going to take that one here. Another piece is going to drop it for us here. We're going to do 2 specs going to the boss. Perfect. And then so long as everyone gets their specs off, that's all that really matters. A decent P1. We're just going to spawn through here. Respawn swap. If you still have soul runes, keep them. Use them to kill purple crab. Just for some extra spec. And also red crab. If you don't know Boak, do not worry. Just free for all the crabs as you used to. And yeah, just the normal scythe walk. Do not worry about any more markers or anything. That's for speeds and for Boak and stuff. Do not worry. Just focus on doing everything correctly. Focus on not losing any hits. You'll be in great time for GM time. Oh, that's unfortunate. So, this is going to sound really nerdy because of the tick I hit on. I know that I need to either 5 tick here or claw scratch. It puts me on the correct tick to hit on last tick. So it's going to be last hit here. And because we hit on the very last hit, we can just do a BGS whack. And then we can aggro Verzik and we'll hit on perfect tick. No matter how good your first P1 reds went, like the first set of reds went, you always go for the skip on second no matter what. And if you don't get it, it's just bad RNG. The time save is very, very good. I'm just going to eat up here. Make sure you stay potted. Again, if you don't know Boak, do not worry. Just make sure we're venging. Make sure we're venging, make sure we're staying alive. Make sure we're ready for webs. You're the pot share here, so when everyone's kind of within a 3x3, can just pot share that stamina over. A pre-yellow kill, so before yellows happen, is obviously very nice for a time save. Sometimes it will happen, sometimes it won't. The trio time is pretty lenient, so you don't need to worry too much about it. Just making sure we're not missing any hits, make sure we get to webs properly. Be careful if you spawn nados north, as we nearly did, because the first attack will come after 5 ticks rather than 7. Now just try not to lose any hits. That's very unfortunate. So because I'm so weak here, I'm just going to tick eat. Just eat it as it gets to you. No real science behind it. And that should be very easily the trio GM time. There you go. We made it with 1 minute and 20 seconds to spare. Unfortunate no purples. If you want to look at the board just to compare your times and cutoffs to ours, you can be about 10 seconds slower at Maiden. I would say a 140 cutoff. Bloat, you can be about 10 seconds slower, 130 cutoff. Nylo, you want to be about 430. So that's quite slow, 220. Xarpus 250 max, and then Verzik 5 minutes. So long as you're entering Verzik at around 12 minutes 30, you should be absolutely fine for trio GM time. 5 minutes gives you plenty of time. And yeah, hope this helps. If you have any questions, leave them down in the comments. As I say, I'll be making a plugin video very soon. If you need any help with anything, let me know. I'm always here. I'm streaming at twitch.tv/S2OSRS. Always feel free to ask me questions. Let me know. Thank you for watching, guys. Appreciate you.